What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Mardu Party deck that is absolutely banging. This deck is so fun to play. We get Winota, we get Zagras, we get Tabarex. It's pretty much all the fun party cards that you wanted smashed into one. Not to mention the fact that we get to use Outlaws Merriment, which is one of those cards that any chance I can play this card, I'm playing this card. Now, one thing to note, Outlaws Merriment can't create a wizard. That's a discovery that I had to sort of stumble upon, but it creates a warrior, it creates a cleric, it creates a rogue, so it gives you one of the three of your party members every single turn. It's a beautiful card. Now, diving into this deck from the bottom to the top, we have 4 copies of Archpriest of Iona, as this does huge stuff whenever you get a full party. It allows you to give target creature +1/+1 and flying until end of turn. Even if you're giving it to itself, it's turning this little 1 mana card into a 5/3 flyer. 1 mana, 5/3 flyer. Now, granted, you do need the rest of your party down, blah, blah, blah. Still really good. And for every other party member you get down, it's going to gain an additional attack damage. So, it's pretty good. Bloodchief Thirst plus Village Rites are our interaction in the deck. Bloodchief Thirst allows us to remove practically everything that our opponent may have that we don't want them to. And Village Rites is going to allow us to draw cards whenever our opponent is removing stuff from our side, right? Fireblade Charger, warrior for 1 mana that also allows you to deal damage equal to its power to whatever whenever it dies, right? So decent little blocker, if nothing else. Drannith Magistrate is in here for 2 reasons. 1, it's a wizard. 2, in those adventure matchups, in the Omnath adventure decks, whatever, Lucky Clover, Drannith Magistrate is fantastic. But for the most part, it is just another wizard. Seasoned Hallowblade, warrior, 3/1, hard to kill, hard to sell. You just have to discard a card and it gains indestructible. Robber is another rogue. Reach Haste is going to allow you to exile your opponent's deck, sort of, and play those cards back for your own. Shatter Skull is one of those flippy floppy lands that I recommend you use if you have, and if not, don't worry about it. Tabarex, 3 mana for this 2/2 flyers, not bad, not to mention the fact that it has lifelink if it has 5 or more +1/+1 counters, and it gets a +1/+1 counter every time a creature you control dies. So it doesn't have to be a cleric dying, but if a cleric does die, you also get to draw a card and you lose 1 life if you choose to draw the card. So it does have some cool interactions there with the Archpriest and whatever else. Nighthawk Scavenger, this is to add in another copy of Rogue, so we have 1 more copy, right? Anyways, it gets +1+ star, which star is the different types of cards in your opponent's graveyard. Has 3 health and it's flying, death touch, lifelink. Super good card. If you have it, run it. If not, don't worry about it. Ardent Electromancer, this is one that I've been preaching and saying is good for a minute, and I think paired with things like Slaying Fire, it could become really, really busted. Anyways, whenever it enters the battlefield, add 1 red mana for each creature in your party. Now, obviously, this has some pretty cool things, like if you're on turn... Hell, I don't know. If you're on turn, like, 4, right? And you have 2 party members down, you can play your Electromancer, right? That'll give you 3 mana. And then you have the 1 left over because it's turn 4. You can get down Zagras. So you can get down an Ardent Electromancer and a Zagras all in 1 turn. Or, same thing with Outlaws or Winota or whatever. So Electromancer does give you that boost in mana, which is really, really nice, not to mention the fact that it's also a wizard, and it's a human, so Winota can pull it out. Relic Robber is going to be another rogue. It has haste, and it's going to give your opponent these annoying little goblin constructs that deal damage to them at the beginning of each and every turn. And again, it's a non-human, which procs really well with the Winota. Slaying Fire, as I mentioned, goes well with the Ardent Electromancer. Shatterskull Charger, this is one that I really have been enjoying, but I don't... Here's the thing, it's battling up against Bone Crusher Giant, which is also removal and, well, a giant, right? Now, Bone Crusher Giant isn't a giant warrior, and that warrior does help proc our party stuff. I'm just not sure, how much I love Shatterskull, because you can't turn 3 Shatterskull, turn 4 Winota. You can turn 4 Winota and then turn around and Shatterskull afterwards, but again, it requires your Winota to live, so... Agadeem's Awakening is the black mythic. Again, if you have it, use it. If not, don't worry about it. Legion Angel, I've been preaching how good this card is for a while now. It's an angel warrior, not to mention the fact that it grabs your other Legion Angels out of your sideboard if it hits the battlefield. And it's a 4 mana, 4/3 flyer, so that's really good as well. We have Rankle for more rogues. We have Winota, which is a warrior and also allows us to draw out humans off of our non-human swing in. So, the Fireblade Charger, the Tabarex, the... I'm forgetting the name of it, the Relic Robber, right? The Giant, the the Rankle, the Legion Angel. All these things are going to proc the Winota, right? Trana, all this stuff. Outlaws Merriment, as I said, it gives you one party member pretty much per turn, which is nice. Drana, the last Bloodchief, this one's just fun. You know, 5 mana, 4/4. Whenever it attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary card in your graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types, which we don't have any vampire interactions within this deck, but you know, it could be cool for future stuff. Thwart the Grave, we're going to be seeing a deck with this later for sure. 6 mana, the spell costs 1 less for each creature in your party. You get to return target creature card and up to 1 target cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So for 6 mana, or essentially, you know, it could be all the way down to 2 mana, you can return 2 creatures to the battlefield, which is insane value, actually. Zagras is the whole main reason of this deck. 6 mana for this 4/4 flying death touch haste. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, so again it can get all the way down to 2 mana theoretically. Other creatures you control have death touch, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. So it gives death touch what it should actually have, right? Anyways, none last but not least, we have Emeria's Call, which is the mythic white land. Again, if you have it, play it. If not, don't worry about it. I'd say the hardest thing for this deck is the mana fixing, as we have, you know, 3 in Agadeem's, 2 in Shatterskull, 2 here, 2 here. You know, it's very difficult with all the mana splits, but we do have the Triomes, we have the Pathways, we have the Temples. All that stuff coming together does make the mana at least manageable, right? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching the deck tech breakdown. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more. Hope to see you in the matches, and of course, be sure you're hopping down in the description of every single video so you can get the Discord link, you can get the link to the music and the deck list and all this, that, and the other. If you're looking for additional Magic content here on the channel, you should consider becoming a YouTube member. It's like $1.99 is the cheapest, and you get access to our draft videos that we just started doing, the old F&M podcast that I posted there before we stopped doing it, and any future projects that we may be doing, right? Not to mention the cool little chat badges and emojis or whatever you get as well. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've been enjoying, and I'll see you right in the match. Obi-Wan, but it's like a hard H. Obi-Wan. I'm gonna stop trying while I'm ahead. We got a mulligan that. I am keeping this. We're putting back the Rankle, and we're gonna live on in the dreams of Zagras. We can reduce it to costing 4. We do have red or black mana, one of the two. Obi-Wan, if you could just not play a turn 1 mountain and a turn 1 shock, I would be ever so grateful. Okay, alright. I was about to say, you know, Bloodchief's Thirst is essentially the same thing. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Get out of here, Thwart the Grave. We need mana. We need mana. I almost wish this Bloodchief's Thirst was the Village Rites instead. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's our Zagras if everything can stay living, Levita alive. We can't swing in here because they have the 2/1 and I don't really want to afford... Well, we could have. Actually, I take that back. We definitely could have swung in there. Trade now to Discordant Piper when we already have 2 copies of Archpriest. I think that's fine. I think it is fine. Heartless Act. Well, they saw that we had the one wizard. Or maybe they're planning on playing shit from outside the game. Who knows? Who knows how it goes? We'll take that damage, no biggie. Now, we do have Bloodchief's Thirst that we can use. I'm gonna hold off on it, though. Are we racing them? Sure. So we're not going to block with our Archpriest anyways. Although keeping 1 Archpriest back does... What in the fuck is your deck, bruh? Who the fuck runs Infuriate in a Rakdos Aristocrat deck? You make no sense to me. It's fine. We got the Merriment down. Are you ready? You ready for some Merriment? I'm ready. Now, as long as we don't hit a cleric here, we will be able to get down Zagras. Which means if we were to hit our warrior and then we could get down Zagras, then we'll have 3 party members. Locked, loaded, ready to roll it. What is that? That's a rogue. Alright, let's take you out. Does still make Zagras cost less. We could Bloodchief's Thirst the Serrated Scorpion, but I just really want to go for Zagras. Zagras! Bam! Tell you what we need now is a Winota. Or, you know, more mana. Probably wouldn't be too shabby. Gourmand. Yeah, I mean that wasn't too bad to pay for. We can kill Gourmand with the Bloodchief's Thirst, so that's good. 1 damage. We will take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Kick this and destroy this. Ha 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 ha. And we're taking them down to 12. What? Death Touch Haste. Oh, so we could have swung in with that. No, Obi-Wan, they've seen enough. Mardu Party, stomping them. Elbanovik? Novik? I don't know. Very costly opening hand here. We'll take the mulligan. That's alright, because we can get down Archpriest and Hallowblade. We'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. We're actually going to put back the Winota here. So all we need then is rogue and a wizard, right? We have rogue here. So we just need a wizard. Maybe. Also need our opponent to play. Hey, Spared? Yeah, my decks aren't super updated, but... And we ended up drawing into a Winota anyways. Alright, well. Getting in the damage. Zagras is down to costing 4 mana. It's not bad. Not too shabby. If we can get some black mana, we can get Tabarix down. Wouldn't be bad. Opponent is playing Dimir. Ghostly Pilfer. Ooh, what if they're playing Dimir Party? That'd be kind of nice. My turn. We did hit a land, but it's not what we needed. We can swing in here, I think. Because we have another cleric in the form of Tabarix, right? Seasoned Hallowblade, we can always discard the Winota. They may not even block here. Alright, they are. Cool beans, cool beans. Still no black mana. That's fine. Brazen Bounce, and we'll just replay it. Not a big deal there. Like to play this if you don't mind sharing it. Yeah. Few deck, yeah, for Mardu. I don't think this is necessarily a great one, but like I said, it's supposed to be a fun one. I really just wanted to play Zagras, so. Another Pilfer. We just need some black mana though. Completely unplayable hand. Completely unplayable. Now, if they go to block us, we'll probably discard the Rankle, as it is the furthest away for us to actually cast. Nope, they're just going to take it. They're probably sitting there wondering, why is this man or woman not casting anything? Meanwhile, they're just stacking lands down like it ain't no problem. We might have to increase the number of lands we have in the deck. Alright, an opponent has struck their first blood. Oh my good golly gosh. No, are you sure you want this deck? No lands ever. 3 lands all day, every day. That's alright. 3 out of 11, you know, I like those odds. Alright, opponent's thinking real long and hard as if they want me to actually be able to attack here. What do y'all think? They just... No, nothing. I was gonna say they just play down the Brazen, but they didn't. They're not doing anything. They're going down to 11. Here comes Brazen. Here comes Brazen. Brazen. 1 mana would allow us to get to Winota, although I gotta say if it's a black mana, we're gonna go for the Tabarix. For the Tabarix. Tutelage. Interesting. I like the idea of the Ghostly Pilfer Tutelage sort of combo. It's like a sort of like a millish, attackish deck. We'll see though. I think they're going to take us down to 13 here. Indeed, indeedly so. You know, I don't know what to do at this point. We're not going to draw any lands, and I've resolved that. They milled us that extra mountain, and we're never going to see another. Now, they could have 1 mana unsummon here. They have less cards, so it's not like Robber's going to actually proc here. Do I want to swing in for the 5? They're cracking back at us for 5, but if we're racing, aren't we winning the race right now? Only by 2, but still. I have a feeling they have an unsummon here. No. No unsummon, no stern, just going down to 6. Oh, not gonna lie, I do enjoy that. Let's see if they pay 2 here. I would assume they are, yeah. Alright, milling it up, milling it up. Just don't mill me any lands, I'll be so heartbroken. Okay, oh, okay, okay. There goes both of what we needed. That's the way mill decks work though. If you need it, it's going bye-bye. It is going goodbye. Now if we hit some black mana, we can get down Zagras, which is a 4/4 flying death touch haster, which also gives all of our other creatures death touch. So, you know, could be kind of nice. Could be kind of nice. We have only our humans down right now, but we do have non-humans in the deck. Demons, fairies, rogues, or vampires, I mean. Alright, just dealing 4 this time. I don't know if we're still winning this race. Did you mill any more lands? You did. What a bastard. Oh, we finally hit one. We finally hit one. Now, Winota here actually doesn't do anything for us. We can't swing in with the 2/2. We need that to block. They see the Rankle and they're like, oh, I see. You're not drawing any black mana. Alright. See if Winota can hit the board. Oh, she did. She did it. She done did it. She landed. Mission accomplished. Houston, we have touchdown. Ooh, that's a little scary. A little hairy scary for us. They do have enough to finish us. But we do have the robber to block the brazen, so it's all a matter of can they remove the bar or the robber? You know what I mean. Came from the same set, didn't it? Yeah. I thought so. I thought so. Alright, GG. Good game, good game. You got me. Webby Relic. Webby Relic. I like it. We go first, and we have the robber in hand. So, looks all good. And an Outlaws Merriment, which is simply in the deck for my own enjoyment. I don't know how many people realize it, but this was actually made for, like, with this set in mind. There's no way it wasn't. You get a warrior, a cleric, or a rogue, right? It's like lined up perfectly, huh? And that also should wow. That also should show everybody how far ahead Wizards is with their mechanics and their design and all that stuff, right? That's why when some people get mad, like, oh, this set, it's so busted. But, like, realistically, they probably designed that set a year ago, and we're just now seeing it, you know? Now, sure, they can always add in a few last-minute tinks or changes or whatever. Now, we do need the double white for Outlaws, but we have double white with the Savi and the Plains. So I think we go for the red here, so we have double red for future endeavors, so to speak. We are going to swing in with Robber. We could use Slaying to take out the Ruin Crab. I don't think it's that important. Instead, we're going to wait and save. Do I want Tefanta? No, do I want a Village Rites, my Robber of the Rich? Do I want to just Slaying Fire their Ruin Crab? Let's see. By the way, opponent's playing an annoying ass mill deck. I chose not to sacrifice the robber there because here we still have that same 1 mana if we didn't draw lands, which we didn't. So it's alright. He's alright. If we can hit 1 land, we can hit either the Outlaws or get down Seasoned and a Robber. Still have 39 cards. We're alright. We are okay. Ooh, that's a Nighthawk if we want it. Or a Robber and another Seasoned or an Outlaws. I don't know if that's the best play, but it is one of the more fun ones. So Glacial Grasp, taking that from our foe. We still have 38 cards in hand or in our library, and they don't currently have any mill strategy down on board yet, so I'm happy about that. You know, no crabs, no tutelage, tuteloo. Maddening Cacophony. Boop. What is this? Wizard? Rogue. We already had a rogue. How are you gonna... Webby Relic, they've seen enough. Kismet. Huh. Wow. I don't know if it applies to everything, but I know Kismet is something they used to use in the Unreal Engine. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not super spicy, but I like having the Zagras, right? The whole point of the deck was to get to the Zagras, so. Anyways, a Kismet was essentially the back end of the Unreal Engine. It was like the actual interactions that things had, if that makes sense, and you could like map it out. It was pretty cool, actually. I will say that it was pretty cool. Do I want double red or double white? We're already going to have double black because this. Double white does allow me to have Legion Angel. I guess we should go for the double white. Red would have allowed me to keep up Village Rites as well. I was thinking, like, is this what we want? We actually should have just played Temple of Silence there then. D's okay. We'll play it here, no big deal. Shatter Skull. We don't want you. We don't have the red mana. Get him, Fireblade. Get them. I like how they're playing Confounding Conundrum. We don't... It's not going to be very useful against us. We're not getting down multiple lands per turn. We might have a Fabled Passage in the deck, but what you can do with Fabled Passage, for anyone wondering, how do I get around this? You just play the Fabled on your turn, wait for their turn to activate it, right? Ooh, I got some like stuff on my hand. I got some stuff on my hand. Legion Angel or Archpriest. Hopefully they don't have counter magic. They do not. Beautiful. Immediately replaces itself in our hand. I gotta say, I really love Legion Angel as a card, as a concept. Love it. It's beautiful. It's one of those that's it's not super flashy, but in its effect, it is super duper ultra mega effective. Winota. This is an Angel Warrior. It would proc Winota. It's hard for me to say no to that. It's really hard for me to say no to that. Get him. What do we hit here? Seasoned Hallowblade. Okay, cool beans. Taking him down to 10. Taking them downtown. They're going to sacrifice Confounding Conundrum. When it kicks back to us, I think we do sacrifice the Seasoned Hallowblade. If we could hit another land, we could get down that Zagras. Zagras. Actually, if we could hit a... Yeah, okay, so if we could hit a land, we could play Archpriest and Zagras. Kismet, they've seen enough. They said, that is one mighty big board state you got there, sir. Happy Meal. Yo, stop it. You're making me hungry. We don't have 2 red sources for the Shatter Skull, but, you know, maybe we get there. Maybe we get there. We get to go first and we have a Robber in hand. I'm happy about that. I am happy about that. And if we do hit another red source, being able to go Shatter Skull... Oh, well, we won't be able to go Shatter Skull into Winota and have that work, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure it out. By the way, just drew both Winotas again. What is with the game like, oh, you want Winota? Here you go. Have all copies of her. Because we only have 2 in the deck, so it's not like, you know. Ooh, hitting me with the double mill off the bat, off the Ripperino. I wanted the mountain. Happy they milled the plains. Damn you, Happy Meal. You are a beach. Big. We can still get something with Robber. Land. Okay. Wish I could play that, but we can't. It's okay. T's okay. Oops. Why is that an oops? I mean, they still let the damage through. Not quite sure. Any hoosers? There goes our Zagras, our Bloodchiefs. Oh, spicy Scoot Swarm. Spicy. My turn. My turn. Alright, that is 4 mana. That does put us up to Winota. It also gives us our Shatter Skull Charger, but again, we don't get to kick it. I say we put the Winota down, and that way on our next turn we can cast a Shatter Skull and have it do its work. You keep saying oops, and I just, honestly, I don't give a shit. Keep saying oops, and I couldn't care less. I know. You're supposed to save your mana when you're playing Robber. Don't play a creature if it's not gonna... Yeah, shut up, Happy Meal. I know the rules of engagement. Alright. I know what we should and shouldn't be doing. For anyone curious, don't play your Winota or don't play your creatures that aren't going to add value to your attack before your attack. Otherwise, you can save the mana and fake as if you have some kind of buff that your opponent may not want to block against, right? Generally, that is the idea. Now, if you have Robber, sometimes those situations are tweaked a little bit here or there, but can't do anything about it. Now, they are about to start copying that Migratory Greathorn, which is horrendous. Horrendous. I think we go here, right? We could also go for the Kargan, name their Migratory Greathorn as a coward, and then our Winota and Seasoned Hallowblade get to just go through on the Freeski. But I really like the idea of throwing down the Shatter Skull. Proc and the Winota. Instant speed. Instantaneous speed. We can swing in with Winota because we have another Winota, right? Or do I not want to swing in with Winota? Let's see. What about Robber? Robber dies to Migratory. Seasoned Hallowblade attacks Migratory, but that's fine because we can discard our other Winota. 4/3 does get in. I think this is how we want to do it. Or I just leave this guy back. Although if I do swing in with Winota and they block it with the Migratory Greathorn, we're getting rid of that. So I almost feel like it's worth it. Ardent Electromancer, 2 mana. Too bad we don't get to keep that, or 3 mana, I'm sorry. Ooh, that would have been nice to been able to sink into something instant speed. You know, a Leyline Tyrant may not be bad in this deck simply for that situation right there, right? We'll have to see. We might want to add in a cheeky Leyline. Cheeky little Leyline. We can actually get rid of Drannith here, right? Can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. They don't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands with Adventure, I don't think. So, or not Adventure, but with Mutate. So let's get rid of the Drannith. Although that is the wizard that does complete our party. Huh. Oh, well, we're taking the opponent down to 6 life. Still think we're doing pretty good there. And we'll bounce this back to our hand. And of course, we'll get to reproc it on the next turn. But yeah, instant speed. We need some instant speed interaction with that Ardent Electromancer mana. Maybe some red, either removal or red direct damage, right? Something like a Scorching Dragonfire or what is it? Slaying Fire, I think it is. Maybe. It has the potential to deal 4 damage if you use 3 red mana to cast it, right? All right, they're going for the bounce. It's going to bounce Winota. I think this is where we lose the game. Want me to be honest with y'all? Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright, well, we'll see what we draw. More than likely, though, it's a GG. Extra mana means we could play Shatter Skull plus Kargan. Kargan can't make them all cowards, though, so... Yep, that's a GG. Can't do much about that. Scoot Swarm gets mutated onto, and you're at the mercy of time.